I would like to wish everyone a happy New Year's Day. I hope New Year's Eve was safe and fun for everyone, at least as much as it could be in the current circumstance. There comes a time when you have to choose between turning the page and closing the book. You are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequence of your choice. I truly believe 2021 is going to be a year of choosing. It's going to be a year where lines are drawn. And once you make your choice, you're going to be locked in to those consequences, which sometimes can be a little murky. Sometimes it's not so easy to see. Now, before we go farther into this, I wanted to share something that I put up last night regarding New Year's. I've been doing these polls over at the community tab, and what this does is it gives my audience a chance to speak on my channel. I will put out something, a question. I'll give as many. They only allow me to give 5 options, and I'll try to think up as many possible options for that, and I'll let you guys speak. I'll let you guys tell the world what you think and what you believe. This was a simple one in 2021. I resolved to, and then, of course, 4 options, and then I also gave an option for unlisted and leaving in the comments. We had 115 comments. So, generally speaking, 24% of the people went down here to the comment section and put their own unique ideas for what they want to do in 2021. But it looks like 2020 was the year when maybe we kind of let things go physically. I know that I've been on a workout program. I've been trying to stay in shape since November. But the vast majority of you said eat healthier, exercise more, get in shape, new year, new me. Second place, of course, was the unlisted option. And then we had kind of a horse race here in the middle with just some kind of generic options. Stop watching MSM, end injustice, be more open-minded and thoughtful, that type of thing. But something is coming in a couple days. January 3rd, 2020 was the day that DC decided it was the arbiter of who should live and who should die. They decided right then and there who was entitled to have a life. And it's kind of something that it's hard to speak about because it makes you sound like you're anti-patriotic. I don't personally believe that Washington, D.C. and loyalty to it is a sign of patriotism. But then making my choice to believe that, it's going to come with consequences, as it will for all of us. This is going to coincide with, very closely, something this year called perihelion, where the Earth is as close as it is to the sun. I don't think the Iranians have forgotten. And there's already chatter about some type of retaliation for this a year later. Now, what makes this strange is I was looking through a Reddit, and it was called Reddit Old School, and it was showing pictures of very, very old pictures of people. And one of the pictures I'm going to show here in a minute is of actual Revolutionary War soldiers. These aren't artists' representations. These were 6 of the last living Revolutionary War soldiers. This photo was taken back in the 1840s, right when that technology was beginning. But the reason I brought up the globe is that during the Revolutionary War, people have to remember that those who came to this country were seen as treasonous, seditionist, traitors. Oh, you don't like the King of England? Oh, so you must be pro-France. You must be pro-Spain. You must be one of their spies. You must be one of their operatives. You're against. And life wasn't all that bad in the United Kingdom during that time compared to other countries. It truly wasn't. All countries had kings. King of Spain, King of France, King of Italy, you had the Pope. So you were labeled as treasonous and a traitor by your compatriots, the vast majority of your compatriots. The luxury that the people coming to the New World had was it was a 2-week journey by ship. And there was no communication other than that. Imagine writing a letter, and if you were lucky enough to get it on the boat that day leaving, and then it had to take the trip to England, and then it had to get delivered to whomever, and then they responded immediately, and they were able to get it on the boat. I mean, you're talking a month, month and a half, 2 months. Imagine what could have transpired in that time. So just being anti-Washington, D.C. doesn't make you anti-American. It doesn't make you anti-freedom, and it doesn't make you unpatriotic. Now, this is the picture I was talking about. And this is the kind of stuff, and I thought this would be kind of a funner way to end the video, looking at stuff like this, because these men before you right now actually fought in the Revolutionary War. It's the year 2021, and we still have these images. 181 years ago. And these men were incredibly elderly at that time. There were some others that I thought are very interesting because they show something about this country that not a lot of quote-unquote patriots would believe. This is Princess Fauja of Egypt. Does this woman look Egyptian to you? Now, that's not directly related to America, but most people would look at this and think, wow, that's some Hollywood starlet from California in the 1940s or something. This is Queen Elizabeth meeting Marilyn Monroe when they were both 30 years old. Imagine being 30 years old and being crowned the Queen of the British Empire. Unbelievable. I loved this picture because people beat me up. It's like, oh man, this morality has really gone downhill in the modern era. Women walking around in next to nothing in bikinis, and you're showing it, and it's terrible. This is 1974 in Los Angeles. I'll give you the link to the Reddit. This is where people share these pictures. I would have been younger than the kid on the skateboard at this time. Seriously. And, this looks like it's near the beach somewhere. So they're walking around barefoot, so I have to assume that. But, this is in public. I mean, like literally out in public walking around. Not just laying on the sand at the beach. I would even say if you're going to walk off the beach, not get a tan, throw a cover up on, throw a pair of shorts on, some flip-flops, just, you don't know. Another one of my favorites. This is a smoking section from a random high school in 1985. Shirts optional for the boys. I mean, of course, it's a blurry picture because it's a 1985 picture. But once again, 36 years ago, in school, shirts optional. Unbelievable. Smoking section, no less. Here's another great one from that. This is a early 1970s. No, pardon me, 1980s. 1981. This is a person's parents at that time. Greek American mother and French Tunisian father. Now, most people don't know where Tunis is, and I'll let you go look that up on the map, but absolutely stunning. You would look at these people and not think that they were not Americans. And this one's kind of a quiz. I wonder how many people out there can look at this couple right now, and I'll zoom in a little bit more, and tell me if you can, right off the bat, identify their nationality. You can confirm this. Puerto Rican. I'm sure a lot of people are falling out of their chairs right now. 1940s, married couple. This is a late 1800s Navajo silversmith. The people who actually were living here during the Revolution. This is a Dutch picture of a man in 1904. At the time of the photograph, he was 93. So I'm trying to do the math on this, of whatever 1904 minus 1893 is, or the other way around, 1893. 18, pardon me, let's see if I can speak English. 1904, the man was 93 years old. So I'm sure a lot of people down in the comment section do that math and figure out when he was born, but just amazing stuff. Another picture from the 60s, and this was, of course, in a shopping window. And as you can see, it's just what they do. This one might be a video in and of itself. This is the 1980s in Russia. And the banner that they are carrying translates to socialism and alcohol are incompatible. Let me say that again. Socialism and alcohol are incompatible. Now that just takes an immense amount of unpacking to do. I guess basically because alcohol is addictive, people would be willing to pay anything for it. And when you have large groups of people with this addiction willing to pay anything, there are going to be people wanting to supply it at any price. And abracadabra capitalism. So anyway, I just wanted to share this. I thought it would be kind of fun to look at, but I could look at this picture all day long. It's just stunning to me what these men lived through, what they experienced. They saw the Revolutionary War and they saw cameras. Absolutely amazing. So, God bless. Have a great New Year's Day. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.